Walk it like I talk it. 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 Walk it like I talk it.
Hey guys, what's going on? How are you? What's going on? Hey, happy Saturday, guys. I am so sorry I'm late. I know you guys know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I had to make my family food. And then girl, I had to make food and we just got finished and I just said, let me just take my time. Let me take it nice and slow. And not rush, right? Because there's plenty of time to rush. And I don't rush for anything anymore. Cake Pop 22, what's good, sis? How are you? Thank you for coming. I hope Cake Pop is still here. I'm so sorry I was late. You guys are awesome. Pineapples, how are you, sis? Anisha, what is going on? India, Apple Pie, Erica, what's going on, ladies? Live, laugh, love, what's up? Life with Jay, Coco, Pearls of Wisdom, Hey Me, Ivy, Pure Intentions, what's going on? Flo, how are you, sis? I hope you're doing well. Jamie, Zebra, Michelle D, what's up? Okay, guys, I have a list of things. I don't even know if there's anything else that we need to cover, but we talked about it yesterday briefly. I really wanted the whole song, but I guess the song's not going to be out until Tuesday, right? But yeah, there was a lot of talk about Jeremy and his diss track. I don't know if he's had anything to say yet. I did get something from a sis. I don't know if I can show it though. Let me see if it's something shareable. Apparently they were getting the business in the comments and let me see. I'm assuming this is something I can share because oftentimes you guys are like, I sent it to you so you can share it. Go ahead. So let me see. Oh, let me say something else really quick, guys, before we even get started. There's a Bougie Gang sis who gifted me some really nice items. It felt like I was getting a gift, like a little Mother's Day gift, and it was very sweet. And I wanted to thank her. I did share her information on a community post and on Instagram because that's just how I do. Um, this is not a paid promotion or anything. She wanted to pass on a discount to Bougie Gang if anybody would like to purchase anything from her site. She's offering a 20% discount. And the just the fragrance oils, when I opened up the box, I was kind of tired. I forget what day this was, but I opened up the box and I was kind of smelling everything because immediately when I opened the box, you could smell, that it had a nice fragrance or everything together. And I was laying on the bed and all I could think of was that something smelled really good. And I thought that it was like some air freshener I had in the room because it was kind of like it was there. It was like almost an aromatherapy, and I think it was the box. It was definitely the box because I picked it up later and I was like, "Ooh, this box really does smell good." I remembered opening it and it smelling good, but I don't know. I laid down. I kind of ended up falling asleep, took a nap, and the whole time I was sleeping, I just kept thinking that I was smelling something really good, and it was coming from the box. So, she has really nice stuff. So I just wanted to thank her again for being so generous. That was very sweet for her to think of me and send me something. and for her to offer you guys a discount. So I hope that you will go and check out her site and see if there's anything that you're interested in. And that's it. And that's all. So, okay. Let's see. It's cloudy in Raleigh. It's cloudy here too, Passionately. I didn't know we were neighbors, sis. I'm right down the road. Um, I was up in Greensboro like a week or two ago. I don't know. Was it Greensboro? Somewhere in that area. We were like right outside of Greensboro like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, all right, let's get into there's a lot going on. Back to Jeremy. Jeremy's releasing some music. The comment section, I don't want to say it's in shambles because I'm sure they're going and deleting stuff. Um, so it doesn't look as bad as I think it probably could. Um, but people are calling out kind of like diss track on your baby mom. He's not in there disputing it. Keesha's not in there disputing it. I just wonder what the I guess maybe they wanted to get some momentum for the song dropping on the 22nd, but why didn't, if he has a video, why hadn't he dropped it on his channel yet? Or maybe he's going to drop it on Tuesday. I don't know, but he was doing some content on his YouTube channel for a minute and he basically kind of stopped. He was doing some vlogs and then just like normal, he'll do something for a bit of time and then he pivots and goes and does something else. And I guess, vlogging just isn't his thing and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, how can you expect one thing to be successful when you don't stay at that one thing long enough? I don't know. That's just my observation that he seems to kind of stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. And I don't know. That doesn't always work. Pray for Mississippi. What's going on in Mississippi right now? Is it bad rains or tornadoes or anything? Good afternoon. I'm here listening at work. Let me see what's going on in Mississippi because I'm not near my Alexa at the moment. I could only imagine it's got to be something. It rained here in Columbia, South Carolina for 7 minutes. It rained this morning. Oh wow. Tornadoes killed 24. Wow. Um Gosh, I hope my new YouTube friends are okay. The IAG Farms family, because I don't think I know anybody in Mississippi other than the people on YouTube. And they're such a sweet couple. I hope that they're okay. I think their name is Seals. Um, is everyone having a good day so far? It's beautiful today. Yeah, Wintrust, turns out it's not doing well in Mississippi right now. I guess they had some tornadoes come through. So yes, keep Mississippi in our thoughts and prayers, guys, because we do have folks and friends on this internet that you may or may not know, who are in that area. And we all have kinfolk somewhere, right? Even if it's our YouTube kinfolk. Um, you know, Hopefully it's done. It did its thing and you know, uh, the destruction and is over. And I feel sorry for any of the families that were in the way and someone met their untimely demise. I'm very sorry about that. But we will keep them in our prayers. And, yeah, it's a lot, right? Rolling Fork, Mississippi is a direct hit from EF4, EF5. Those same tornadoes made a beeline to Alabama last night. Yeah, it rained here earlier and it's very wet here looking, but I don't know. It's one of those days where in a couple of hours it could be back, kind of back to normal. But yeah, it's this weather cycle, guys. The weather seem to be a little bit off, but if you guys notice, and maybe it's because this is my anniversary time. For the past 10 years, I've been very aware of this time of year because, of course, we were planning our wedding the year prior, right? So when we picked that date, of course, we were very aware of what the weather was doing. And I've been aware of the weather every year since, right? Um, it's always some rain. It's always very cold. And you know what strikes me funny too is that it was damn near freezing 2 days ago. And yesterday it was 80 degrees. And when cold and hot meet, you guys know this. When that cold weather and that warm weather meet up, it's a problem. Okay? It's always a problem. So, um yes, hopefully anyone and everyone who is in, in its path will get out of its way safely. But there's not a whole lot we can do because we make plans and we know who the ultimate decision maker is out there. And we just wish everyone the best in the path of that storm. And when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And be prayed up. Be prayed up. You know what I mean? That's anything. You could walk out the door and walk to your mailbox and something happens. You know what I mean? So you just have to be at peace and at one with the source, with your maker, and that's it. So yeah, I my heart and prayers go out to those families. Um let's see, it's been hot here the last few days. It got hot like yesterday, day before. I was shocked. They said it was going to be 80 degrees because it literally had just been cold. I had like a heavy bougie gang sweatshirt on with a hoodie. And then yesterday I'm looking, I had on kind of like a t-shirt with just like a jacket, like a, not like a, like a cami. Um, and like a mom jacket because I had to go run into the school. I had to put on a blazer and look a little bit more like, you know, momtastic. Sometimes I'll say to Farrah, am I momlicious or momtastic? I haven't said that in a while, but that's funny. Yeah, you know how you just have you got your different outfits for when you go to the store, when you go to the school, when you go to an event, when you go shopping. It's like your different outfits or your different kind of looks. Anyway, guys, let's get back into it. I'm so sorry for the people in Mississippi. And if anybody is hunkered down somewhere and you are trying to be safe and you got your earbuds in, we're going to make you try to forget what's going on and laugh a little bit, and or catch this tea. Okay. So we are praying for you and we are hopeful for any and everyone who needs some prayer at this moment. But we're going to try and make you laugh. Okay. That's true. I love the rain, but when it destroys life. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that we can do about that. God comes through and that's is basically, it's how they say acts of God. Somebody help me. I'm hooked on these Halo oranges, girl. Just finish them up and don't buy any more. That's the only thing I can tell you, Tara. They are very high in sugar. Let me tell you something. My meter will go off. I can't even get through half of one. They're very good. Leave them alone. Okay. One a day. They're very cute, but girl, they will have your blood sugar all over the place. Okay. Don't even do it to yourself. They're so delicious. Um, have an apple. Apples are good. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So Jeremy, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me skip over that because it seems to be like it seems to be like a conversation downer. So we'll come back to Jeremy. Hey, Vicky. Okay. So yesterday I get a message from someone in my inbox that alerts me that Brittany did a video. And like, what did I think of it? And is it ratchet? We're not going to watch the video right now. I am going to show you so you can go look at it yourself. This video is like a whole hour. And it's not really something that I need to react to frame by frame or, in detail. But I did think it was quite interesting. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Let me pull it up to show you. so you know exactly where to go. Um, let's see. Gosh, I must have watched a lot of videos yesterday. Okay, history. Okay, let me just go under Marshall. Okay. So she told a story about when she was in college. It was very interesting story. Um, okay, hold on. Let me pull this up now. Okay. She looked cute too. I know a lot of you guys watch her channel, so maybe you've already seen it. Um, okay. Okay. All right. So Brittany, we all know who Brittany is, right? We know who Brittany is. Brittany is the one who let the cat out the bag with the Keesha Jeremy drama, right? She gave us all the details that we needed to know about what happened during the time period. Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday after watching this video. After watching this, of course, her wedding video popped up, her the vlog, so like the finished video came through with the videographer, the vlog popped up, some videos during that time. I was gonna watch the Bachelorette weekend. I think I need to find that one. I think I saved it to my watch later. Just one second, guys. Okay, so she was telling a story about basically right before she graduated from college. Her and Fortune were together, and she graduated like a semester behind. So where Fortune, I guess, maybe already graduated that spring, she graduated the following fall semester. So she, she took it took her 4.5 years. Um, so it's a very long story. She went into all of the detail, everything, but she told a story. Basically, she was living with a couple of girls, and her and Fortune had some furniture, and over time that she lived with these ladies, which was less than 6 months, the couch basically got beat up, beat up, beat up, and more beat up. What I found interesting was that having been in college for 4 years, she never really lived with anyone. She lived in the dorm, but she never really stayed in the dorm because she was always at Fortune's house. But she didn't know better to not have her furniture in the living room, period. And it reminded me of when I was in college because I lived with a girl who moved a friend in. This is someone that we knew. We all lived in the dorm together, but I was roommates with this girl named Tracy, and then Tracy ends up moving this girl named Kwan in. And it was kind of annoying to me because she didn't even ask me if she could come and live with us, basically like sleep on our couch. But her parents had brought the couch, so what could I say? But I was kind of annoyed to wake up, come out of my bedroom, even though I had the master with the bathroom, and see someone like laying on our couch all the time, right? So basically, she was living with these two girls. They were all friends, cool in the gang, everything. Everything was lovely. Her couch started getting beat up. Anyway, long story short, Fortune sees it. He's like, "Y'all gonna have to do something about this." Da da da. Da. And they agree that the girls are going to help pay to get the sofa fixed. So right before school ends, she just goes to take the cushions. She thinks that maybe they can just do like a material cover because it was a leather couch, and it was obviously fake leather because the leather started coming up and peeling, and that doesn't happen on real leather, right? Hello to everyone coming in. So anyway, this is basically her falling out with these girls because the girls said they would pay for the damages and decided maybe at that time or maybe before that they weren't going to pay for anything. So Brittany talks about that she was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going to be petty too." Not only did she not pay her last month or two of rent because I guess the apartment or whatever was in her friend's name. Um, they did a bunch of fucked up stuff when they left. She didn't even want to tell everything because she doesn't know what they know of what she did versus what could have just happened anyway. But she copped to putting syrup in their purses, um, emptying out liquor bottles and filling them up with toilet water, um, skipping out on the last 2 months of rent. I mean, trifling. Now, who's wrong? They're all wrong. The girls, look, I'm not going to say okay. The wear and tear on the sofa, nobody should have. If you're not going to do something, don't say you're going to do it, right? If you don't have any intentions on paying the girl to repair the sofa, they should have just said, look, that's your sofa. You brought it up in here. I never promised that I was going to keep it pristine. If you wanted your sofa to stay good, you should have put it in your bedroom. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, that's your man's sofa. He wanted to put it here for y'all to use, for us to use, and we've been using it. Okay. Um, that's it. So I do think that, like, I don't know, if you can get someone to pay for something like that, then do it. But at the end of the day, that's why you go into some of these share apartment things and see no furniture, because who wants to be out of, who wants their furniture messed up when you're not the one who always has company, right? My solution for that after I had my situation with my roommate is I never had a roommate again. I never had a roommate again. And that was it until my husband and I moved in together. That was it. No more roommates. I paid the cost to be the boss. Okay. They did a bunch of like trifling ratchet stuff. The girls left her in the lurch and she was mad. She got them back by skipping out on the rent. And these are people who she's still in their same social circle. The funny thing about the video to me was she was drinking Taylor Port. Okay. Um, she was, girl, by the end, I would say if she's not drunk, she was definitely tipsy. Okay. And it was definitely it was messed up. I mean, I felt like it was kind of because, yeah, they didn't pay for the repair, but sis went in. She's like, you guys might think what you want, but her husband is the one who's real trifling. And I guess he's like, fuck it. You treat my girl a certain type of way, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting. Like I said, someone messaged me yesterday, asked me what I thought. Like, am I just being petty, or like, is it as petty as I think it is? And I messaged them back after I watched the whole 53 minutes because I didn't even fast forward it. But what I'm gonna say is, she's a very good storyteller. We know this because we saw her tell the Keesha story. And sis, this is the type of person, she doesn't leave out any details. She's going to tell you every detail you need to know of a story. So it was quite interesting. I did find myself veering off once or twice because I got distracted, but that's normal for me. I got a little distracted. I'm like, wait a second, I was watching that video, and then I went back, right? But overall, she's very talented at telling stories. The comment section was interesting. There were a couple people who were very disappointed by her mouth. And I'm trying to think, like, when did you not ever notice that Brittany could cuss? Like, did we not know this? And I mean, she's a very nice mom. She's got 3 kids, but maybe people don't like to think how people maybe used to smoke. People used to be a little bit, maybe in younger days were trifling, all of those things. So I think some people in the comments were kind of like, ooh, to me, that's probably 10 years ago at least, right? I don't know, is she even 30? Is she 30 yet? However long ago it was, at the end of the day, it's in the past. Sis is living middle class mom life now. She has her job. She has her channel. They've grown up. Maybe they still can be petty if they needed to be. But that's just a warning to let you know, like, yeah, don't come mess with the Marshall. Like people were coming Marshall gang, whatever. Like, okay, so it was petty. And I would say also one of the things I would say, you know how some things you just take to your grave? Okay, so let's just say that was 10 years ago. Okay. Those what happened at that moment, girl, that was some take it to your grave. Okay. Was Keesha pregnant when she got married? Can anybody answer that for me? I felt like I saw Keesha off to the side, but I wasn't sure. Another revelation that I had last night as I was watching this was that Brittany's, Brittany has a nice husband. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a nice looking guy. He graduated from school. He's got his degree. He's obviously into her. When I watched the wedding video, and I'm talking about the produced video, I loved it. It made me have a smile on my face, especially after just having my wedding anniversary, seeing a couple. I love couples in love, right? And I love the obvious affection and admiration when you can see how that he's into her. You know what I'm saying? Or she's so into him and it looks, you can feel the energy, right? And watching the video was really nice. You know, and I can only imagine, I don't know Keesha from a hole in the wall. I only know Keesha from these videos, right? I don't know her. I didn't go to college with her. I don't know anybody, even though I do know some Spelman alums. I do not know anybody that knows this woman at all, other than you guys here in this computer and seeing her videos. Okay. This is my overall impression. She seems like a little bit of the jealous type. Why not me? I've told you guys many times she reminds me of Tracy Flick from the movie Election. If you've ever seen the movie Election and have not seen the movie Election, I believe it's in Amazon. Watch it today. You can watch it with like an older teen. It's on the level of like a Mean Girls. So it is certainly not for the little girls. It's for your teenagers and above, because the subject matter is definitely like 16, 17, 18, it's for older kids, right? Or adults. But Tracy is running for senior class president and she is a beast and she's willing to do whatever she has to do to get whatever she wants. And she's sociopathic almost. She didn't kill anybody, but she was very vindictive. And Keesha just gives me Tracy Flick vibes. I don't know why. But I could just imagine how she felt seeing a woman who seems to be so happy as Miss Brittany and her man, Mr. Fortune, who is enamored with her, and they planned this beautiful wedding. She had the very pretty dresses. The family was all there. Everything looked perfect, right? No one's wedding is ever perfect, but it from the outside looking, it looked like a perfect day and that they had a wonderful time and that they were blessed, right? They had a beautiful son at the time. And I guess, in the future, she would end up having the twins and all that. I could just imagine how she felt, especially when Brittany ran into or saw Splash in the parking lot with Ashley. And Keesha had to pretend like she didn't know what she already knew. And that's kind of where I went down the rabbit hole last night of watching some videos, because I was like, damn, this is around the time that all that happened. And it was interesting. And I'm like, gosh, she is such a nice fiance. The family's all happy. Look at her. So cute. All these things. I can't imagine what it would be like going through all of that and all of that, nonsense going on Keesha's side, how easy it probably was at a certain point for her to distance herself from her because Brittany's just too damn happy. Brittany's happy. Brittany works. She has a job. She has a degree. She has a man who has a degree, who has a job. They have children. They bought a house. Like, they're happy. They're living their life and they are doing their damn thing, right? Even if that's not how you want to do it, that's how they're doing it, right? I just can totally see how when that thing went left and Jeremy was not happy, Jeremy wasn't happy with Brittany and talked shit about Brittany because Brittany's the one who saw him with Ashley, and Keesha had to become painfully aware that people were going to find out about this. So because Brittany had firsthand knowledge, she kind of used Brittany in a way because Brittany seems like the type like, what? She didn't even get it. She didn't even get that Keesha already probably knew what was going on, and Keesha was kind of like just trying to go along to get along. And that was just really kind of messed up. I'm sure that was Brittany's real lesson in how duplicitous people can be. Because Keesha had to do a lot of pretending, and Jeremy was mad, and Jeremy had been mad. And when the book came out, because she said, when I was watching the video again last night, that video, that she had read the book before the book came out, and that they felt like people thought that they weren't being honest. And she said, but yes, they weren't being honest. They weren't being completely honest. And it was probably very easy at that point, because I will bet you any amount that by the time that Keesha asked Brittany to do that video, she was already damn near done with being friends with her anyway, because she already knew how that thing was going to go. Jeremy was probably already mad because she's the one who told Keesha when she saw them in the parking lot for her to confront him on his date with what's-her-face, with Ashley. So he already had it out for Brittany. So that's what that kind of brought up, like, that's interesting. But yeah, I watched that last night, her video, her story, her little story time. It was good. It was interesting. If you guys get over to it. It's cute. Like I said, Brittany tells a very good story. But if you watch Keesha and you're into, this whole situation, it's very interesting going back in time. And now, because I watched that video when it first came out, I didn't know anything what was going on. 2 years ago, I was like, what? What's going on? What does that mean? I watched that video a year ago. I think we reacted to it together. We all watched it one day. I'll share it on my community post. I'll pull it up and share it. We did kind of a reaction to it. That's when I realized, like, oh, Keesha already knew. That's why she wasn't surprised when Brittany said something, because she already knew what was going on. She probably was just embarrassed that her friend had to see it, brought it to her attention, and was probably mad because Jeremy was mad because he was over there chilling with Ashley, right? So it's just, girl, a mess. But so I guess I'm saying all of that to say this. She would look, a lot of women would. When you have a man that adores you, that will ride or die, you know what I'm saying? Not even just ride or die, because I hate that phrase, but he adores her. Clearly, they have a nice marriage. They love each other. They've got mutual admiration, because sis loves him too. Let's make no mistake. Sis is into his dirty draws. Okay, that's her boo. That's her boo. That's her baby. That's her dad. Her baby daddy. That's her husband. All the things. And that's exactly what your husband should be to you. He should be everything, right? Not to your own detriment. Obviously, you have to be everything to you too, but he should be every man that you think that you could want or need in life. That should be all in him, right? Absolutely. Keesha is jelly. She's jelly. Okay. I think she's definitely jelly. And that's why I'm saying I feel like it was probably very easy to let that friendship go And the excuse was because Jeremy was mad. Jeremy wasn't happy about what happened. It doesn't seem like Jeremy seems to care about any other time of her talking his business, though. I mean, Keesha has been on a damn world tour of tearing him down ever since I've been watching her channel for the past 2 years. And I don't know what he ever says to her. Maybe he does say stuff to her, ask her to calm down, slow down, pipe down, whatever. But when she gets on a roll, girl, the minute she starts talking about high school, I'm like, oh hell, here we go again, back to the pamphlet. So hopefully, I don't know, but I guess that was it was interesting watching Brittany's video. So to answer the person whose email wanted me to watch Brittany's video, they were all petty. I think the girls who lived in the apartment should never have agreed to paying for the sofa if they didn't want to. But the petty side of me, the vengeful side of me, I mean, hey, they had to do what they had to do on the exit. They wanted people to know, like, okay, you wanted me to feel something. I wanted you to feel something too. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. See, I'm gonna take it to the grave type of girl. I'm not gonna. You'll just be wondering. You'll just be wondering. I'm not. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I would never have told that. And she's still social with these people too. Me personally, people are very vindictive and nasty. And those girls could have been mad because she had a man. Like, it could have been a bunch of Keisha she was living with. They could have been mad too because those girls were home. They were living, with her. And I don't know what their romantic situations are, but sometimes people get mad because someone gets booed up and it looks like you guys are getting married and all of those things. Girl, it just seemed like a whole mess. So luckily it was over. But I do think that Brittany, moving forward, these story times, girl, be careful. Don't tell all these people your business. And I just think she should be very careful. Keep it cute. You got a nice, cute, wholesome channel. And telling one too many stories about your vindictive side can change people's perception of you. And I would keep it where you got it. That would be, nobody asked my advice. I'm just giving it. I would be careful telling one too many don't fuck with me stories, okay? Because you don't want people trying to mess with the sauce, okay? Let people have a healthy fear of how you do business and that you'll never tell. They're just going to feel the repercussions of it later, right? Don't tell anybody. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing, Brittany, okay? If you happen to be in the bushes, sis. Great story, but I would not tell any more stories like that again because it's entertainment for those people, but the people that know you, that's just some information that sometimes people don't really need to know. Yes. Okay. So let me check that off my list. Okay. Can we talk about Jeremy now? Are you guys ready for that? Because, girl, I tried to bring it up 2 times. All right. Jeremy, I'm going to keep this real short. Jeremy is, you know what? Let's reserve this for Tuesday when the song comes out and we can have a proper listening and have the captions on, hopefully, God willing, and we can get the words, the lyrics, and we can know what happened. Okay. Like, all of the lyrics in the song. Drama Gal says, great advice for the internet world. Period, Drama Girl, or Drama Gal, because yeah, sometimes some stuff is too much. You know what I'm saying? Or you go under your good Brittany mom channel. Just like how Raven Elise, she's got her Raven Elise TV. And she got to share some things with the world now. So she's doing that over on the podcast, okay? Because everybody who watches Raven Elise TV is not watching the podcast On Another Note with Raven Elise, right? So if you care to listen, it's over there, okay? All right. So that's where we're at with that. If you want to start doing your story time, sis, go over to your Good Mom channel where you can drink in peace and pop your shit. But on that channel, the comment section, there were enough comments where there was some people who were kind of disappointed. They were like disappointed. I'm like, who is that? Your mama? Like, how are you disappointed? I'm a whole grown woman with 3 kids and a husband. Like, I'm just telling a story. You might not like my language, but oh well, you know what I'm saying? Like respect that we just have two different upbringings or ways of doing things or communication, or I'm chilling right now with this glass of wine and I'm feeling good and I'm not in control of my mouth. Whatever the case might be. Um but yeah, but Brittany knows how to do what she needs to do over there. But yeah, Jeremy, we gonna get back and we gonna look at those lyrics. We gonna break them all the way down. So we will do a reaction to, I guess, if he puts out a video or the whole song, and try and figure out the lyrics. And so we'll do that. What is that going to be? Tuesdays when it's supposed to drop on 320, 327 or 328 or something like that. So I'm going to put that as a future action item. Guys, I made a whole punch list today. Okay. Okay. The fact that Keesha was co-signing the fuckery in the song, let me take Brittany up off of here. I was kind of like, damn, Keesha. Jeremy, I'm proud of you. Like he's her son. Like, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me. But she was I just don't think it's a good look. For a co-parenting situation, for him to be trash talking potentially his son's baby mom, his son's mom, excuse me. And she's co-signing it. It's kind of like a us against them type of vibe. You know what I mean? Now we did talk about the scenario. What if he says that's art? It's not really attached to anybody. I'm just singing my song. It's not doesn't mean anything. Um, Girl, we're gonna have to go get our gibberish dictionary and figure out what everything is. Should I get my hood book ready? Yes, ma'am, Libra gang. Absolutely. Okie dokie. What the hell was he saying? I take it back. A baby can understand him. Look, and how are you going to play that? Like kids want to, isn't it fun when you see Kanye and the kids at Sunday morning service and you see North singing with Kanye his music? I'm quite sure he doesn't have her singing everything, but there's some songs that North can get up there and get her microphone and sing with Daddy, and I'm sure the other ones do too. Yet none of the kids can sing any of that mess. Like I mean, uh, look, he's an adult and he's making adult music, but to say something like that, even for the girl's sake, I mean, let's be real here. Their mom is a baby mom too. He's not married to Keesha. Keesha is just as much of a baby mama as Ashley is, okay? She's a mother of children who is not married to the father. Ashley is a mother of a child who is not married to the father, okay? And I'm not saying that from a demeaning standpoint. I'm just saying that from a what it is, okay? I got married after we had our baby. I had our baby first, so I was my husband's baby mama for a minute, and then we got married, okay? I mean, look, it looks like Brittany had her baby before she got, I mean, a lot of people have their kids before they get married. We know what is ideal. Um but at the end of the day, that doesn't how it always works out. And for Keesha to think that she is in a better place, girl, you in the same place. You in the same place, and you got more responsibilities. Ashley can close her own door, and she doesn't have to, make sure that another adult is good out here. All she has to do is take care of herself and her son. And I guess whatever homie throws her way is whatever he throws her way. I don't know. But to think that she is in a better position just because he comes to that house doesn't mean anything, because girl, do you guys remember back in November when it was voting time? What did we learn when it was time to go vote? Do you guys remember what we learned when they went to vote? I'm gonna wait for it. I'll wait for it. I'm gonna go look at I'm gonna look at the likes. Look at the likes, and then I'm going to look at the poll. So you guys, I'm just going to ask what we learned last year during voting when Keesha and Jeremy went to vote. Do you guys remember? Probably not. Let's see. I'm going to see who remembers. Uh, Okay. Okay. Well, 350 and 102 likes. Thank you. Okay. What's worse, guys? The deflectors, the blamers, the haters, or the shamers? Yeah, I know it's not the shame because the shamers, I mean, no one's really trying to shame anybody, but I mean, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, period. Okay. If you feel ashamed, I can't make someone be ashamed. You can only be ashamed because you feel bad about something that someone is talking about. I can't shame anybody. I don't have that power. But if you feel ashamed, then maybe you know that you've done something you shouldn't have done. Deflectors are annoying AF. Those are the gaslighters, the liars, all of that. The blamers, where the people who are not accountable, they can't take accountability for shit. The haters are the people that they just want to hate. They just don't like you. They don't like it. They're not trying to hear anything reasonable. It's just they're fucking haters. They've already made their mind up. Hopefully we're agreeing on all of these definitions. The shamers are the people who are pointing, talking, calling out, reacting, whatever. Okay, the fact that she feels that he's the exception to the rule. Okay, they voted in 2 different polling places. India, I've got to find you a prize. Okay, were you the only one? He didn't change his address. He wasn't registered in their area. Bianca came with it. Okay, my God, I'm gonna have to find some stuff for some people. Oof. Who was first? Who was first? They're both morons. That's what Sherry said. They're both morons, guys. Asia said they have 2 different addresses. He probably still had this is my impression. He still had his mom and them's address. Okay. He was either still at his mom and them's address or Keesha had the apartment address. I don't know. I don't know whose was wrong. Because didn't he have to go vote by their old high school? So anybody in Atlanta, what did that tell you? Based on what you may know. So I don't know what you know. But knowing Atlanta and knowing where that school is located in relation to where he said, I guess he grew up on Campbellton Road, that maybe he still had his address at his mom and them's house. Okay. So I'm sorry. If you live with someone, you guys purchased a home, you guys been in that house almost damn near a year. What? You've been in that house almost a year at that point. And somebody's address wasn't right. Make it make sense. Make that make sense. That's a problem. That's when you know somebody is just laying their head. If he gets his mail still over to his mom and them's house, let me tell you, one time when I was living at my old house, this is before my husband ever moved in, I was there. I ran into the people who I bought my house from. This woman was such a bitch. She saw me at the polling place and she was like, "Oh, did you buy my house?" And I was like, I looked at her like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm so and so." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I bought your house." Because she wasn't at the closing. Okay. She was just her, and really they say it was her. She was a total bitch during the closing time. Anyway, she kind of made my life miserable as I was closing on my house. But she made a point of telling me that I was at the wrong polling place because when I lived in a condo right before I moved into that house, that was the polling place for my old address. And she basically called me out right in the middle of the precinct, like right when I was almost to the table. And the old lady was like looking at me like I had no choice but to get out the line and go to the next polling place, which actually worked out even better. But I would have been voting in the wrong precinct. But that's kind of okay. So anyway, yeah, they don't have the same address. I don't know how it came up, or maybe they asked him for his ID and they looked and saw the address. Typically, do they look at your ID when you get to the polling place? I guess sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Maybe if you have your voter ID card, Roxanne, I don't know what he does. I don't know if he just slings that meat. Hold on, let me talk to Portia real quick. Guys, okay. What a Karen. I don't know what happened, but they had different addresses because Keesha was able to vote and Jeremy had to go to the old school to go vote. Is that right? Was it Jeremy that had to go vote at the old school? Keesha has accepted that Jeremy doesn't want her and she's just trying to keep up appearances. What's the appearance though? What's the appearance? Sling his meat, his sausage. Oh, you don't think he has any? You okay? Birthday cat. Okay. Um, he got something because he's been able to make these babies. So I'm not sure what it is, but he got a little something going on. Did you see that sign about welcome to the pastel house, girl? Yes, yes. It was giving nail salon sign in when her last name is the only one not a pastel. She is the only one that wants to be one. LOL. The girls didn't have a choice. Yeah, well, that's true. Um, but they, in all fairness, they love their dad. Like, we have adult awareness about him. Fortunately for kids, kids have the innocence of the creator and they don't know. They don't know what the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like kids don't know what's going on. They hopefully they're still at an age where they think daddy is, daddy's daddy. Daddy's a good guy. So no. And we, none of us have a choice really. Um what our names are unless we go make our own ourselves. I made it. Hey Netta, hey girl. Janice, yes, shrimp meat. Okay. So yes, we did see that, sis. Apple pie, you must not have watched the last video. Okay. I'm gonna drop it in the anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, anyone who saw the last video and saw Keisha's nail salon setup in the front. I will drop a link, or if someone could drop a link to the last video in the chat, the last reaction on a Keisha video, that would be cool. And you guys go watch it after you watch this because it was funny. We had like a funny, it was a fun reaction. But yeah, I just think that he has made a big mistake because it seems like, which I don't know this to be true or not, it seemed like him and Ashley had come to some sort of a little bit of an agreement to where we've seen Jeremy having his kid or hearing of him having his kid. And for him to not have anything else to write about, not having any other content to create up off of, you choose to pick a dead ass situation that you are still wrong for to write a dreadful ass song that's not going to be a hit. It's going to cost you more than it's going to give to you. Like why you would think that that was a good idea. Like that's dumb. I don't understand. Maybe he's like self-published, doesn't have any kind of direction as far as who is trying to manage his career. There was someone in the comments that told him that he needed to pray and that singing was not for him and that he needed to basically just hang it up. The comments are pretty funny. Like there's not a lot of trash comments, but there's some in there if you saw them. I hope I hope she doesn't respond either. It's just trash. It's not even worth talking about. He doesn't do shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the case and all he does is come pick August up to come be with the girls, he should be ashamed of himself. Shanita's the rapper in the family, basically. I'm gonna need Shanita to come out of retirement and make another hit. Shanita, she had bars. He probably wants to be a rapper. I would hope so if he's spending all this money. I mean, people were in the comments talking about 5 years later, finally something to come out the studio. I mean, they're low key trashing. It's because Ashley don't want him. Remember Ashley talking about her birthday and how he was acting. He probably wants, okay, let's see. I'm gonna need, okay, damn, not singing isn't for him. His sister posted his song on her story. It was trash. He doesn't even buy those girls clothes or shoes. Good afternoon. Hey, Miss Arlene. Hey, boo boo. You can tell he has nothing in the music industry. That beat and that production was trash. It started out like every other song now, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like it just there's nothing really original about it. And hearing from a 30-year-old man with the subject matter that he's what happened to Rich Ninja Problems? What happened to that? I mean, that was just a flop. Did that ever come out? What happened to all that music? Was that just is that trashed now? Did he ever go on the road? Did that ever get released? Is that on iTunes Music? Like, what is the status of that? Okay, I I don't know. I think at a certain point you may have to realize, you know what? Sometimes people have to realize I'm not the talent, right? Okay. So let me give you perfect case example when someone who wasn't the talent turned into the talent. Okay. Let's talk about Yandy, right? Yandy was a handler 15 years ago, right? Yandy was working with Jim Jones, what, 12, 15 years ago, even, right? She was a worker bee. She was handling the talent, and damn by hook or by crook, that's an ambitious woman over there, Yandy. And she's over there with Mandisi. She made a way out of no way and made her and Mandisi the Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin of Love and Hip Hop New York, right? Where she flipped it and became. Now, does Yandy have a lot of talent? No, not really. She's not a great actress, and neither Mandisi is not. The thing she had was a winning storyline that her man just went to penitentiary and was a drug dealer in a very notorious drug ring of that particular time in New York, right? So she had a little bit of, she was attached to somebody who was attached to something that was pretty big, right? And she was able to flip that and make it work to her advantage. But Yandy was not the talent. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin were, right? Girl by hook or by crook. That was a whole flip. That was a whole somebody likes me who's important, which was Mona Scott Young, liked her because she used to work with Mona Scott Young once upon a time. And Mona Scott Young felt like Yandy was a little bit of a younger version of her. Okay. And she kind of took her up under her wing. But where Jeremy needs to realize, sir, you're not the talent. Maybe you need to be finding talent. Maybe you need to be putting something like putting, I'm not trying to give out any free ideas, but clearly this is becoming a waste of money and time because if you're lucky, none of us are getting any younger. You're going to get older every single day. And if this music is not making dollars and cents, it's time to pivot. How many of you guys have to make money moves? Sometimes you got to realize like this is not a money move anymore. Yeah, Yandy absolutely is. She's very savvy. But Yandy wasn't starting out some type of an actress or wanting to be a reality star. Yandy has been on a paper chase probably since junior high school. You know what I'm saying? So I think she saw an opportunity and she leveraged it. I don't know that her desire was to be a reality star. I think that Yandy has enough of an ego that she enjoys being a celebrity, but sis is not the talent. You know what I'm saying? The people, she was never an actress. She was someone who had a story. She is someone who attached herself to someone. She was in the wings waiting for someone to be available who was dating everybody. And she basically, by hook or by crook, um, made sure she got Mandisi. She got Mandisi away from that Lil Mandisi's mom who hates her. It just astounds me, like, how Yandy doesn't understand how much Lil Mandisi's mother hates her, even though that woman is trying very hard to deal with Yandy after all these years. But when you get tricked out your spot, it makes you feel some type of way. And I can only imagine. But back to Keesha and Jeremy. Jeremy should be ashamed of himself at 30 years old having these type of problems. And I don't know. We'll wait till Tuesday to give our full opinion. The first 30 seconds sounds like trash. And I think he needs to start to save his money. I think he needs to either be engineering and maybe helping and working with other people. Because, sir, some people are just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's the next Kanye. Did you guys watch the Kanye documentary when Kanye was producing for everybody and their mother? And he just could not get them to push his record out, but he was still working on it, working on it, working on it, working on it, and working on it. And then finally had to put his own money into it after he got into the accident and all of everything. And he just had to push it out himself out the door. And then finally Dame Dash gave him the deal. um I don't know if Splash thinks he is Kanye, but sir, you are not Kanye, okay? Kanye was doing hits for everybody, but they wanted to keep him in a box. It wasn't so much that they didn't think Kanye had talent. It wasn't even that. It was they liked him being a hit maker. They liked him being in the studio. They didn't see him as a front man. And even if they did, they liked him where he was because that's one person making hits and making money versus him funneling out to many different groups and helping develop 10, 15 artists. You know what I'm saying? You got one person who's funneling out to a host of artists that's making a lot of people money. Kanye becoming talent and basically not being there to be able to do what he was doing for the others, it took that skill out of operation because now he's focused on his own work. He's focused on his own growth and his own career versus writing for other people, producing for other people. So they just wanted to keep him where he was, but then you can't hold back what God has intended for someone, right? So it was going to come out one way or the other, and it did. But Jeremy, I don't think at this point, like at 30, I think it's time to make some other decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to make some different decisions. Just like Keesha maybe decided, maybe I'm not going to get to another tier in YouTube. Maybe I have topped out in YouTube and I need to look at my next venture, which is real estate. And I don't blame her for that because if you're not making the money that you need to make and you're planning for the future and the future is a declining subscriber count and declining watch time and views, like nobody needs to. I mean, does someone need to ring a doorbell to tell you, like, you might want to, like, this is a sinking ship. Like, you might need to pivot and, make some changes. That's anybody, right? She lied saying she lied saying he had a record deal. Oh, Jeremy. Well, record deals can come and go. You could have a record deal today and not a record deal tomorrow. People will drop you in a minute. You could have a contract and then they just like, hey, it got defunded, or yes, you have a contract. We're going to keep you on contract. You go ahead and keep that advance. But yeah, we're not doing anything right now. That's one of the worst. if you've ever heard of people getting signed by a label, but the label is not motivated to put out your music and they're no longer giving you money for your project. That's kind of where Kanye was. And Kanye had to start funding the rest of his project to finish it up. So I think he had gotten a little bit of money. I think he was under contract as a producer, but they did not want to give him, a an artist contract. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with that. He's got that friend who's in the business. His friend does videos. I'm sure his friend is clear, obviously well connected. Someone needs to tell Sir that these songs are just not like if he can't even make it on like TikTok, like he might need to try to find a piece of that song that could make it on TikTok and try to get someone to to make him a dance something, because I mean, as quiet as it's kept, that's where it's at right now. These little 30-second snippets on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and that's the way. He got signed under management. Yeah, so not actually a label. Um, but it's like, what do you need management for if you don't have any confirmed projects? He's just basically financing every record that he's working on. Girl, he needs to get like, maybe he needs to go try and get in touch with DDG and Blueface and all these other guys who did this like what 5, 6, 7 years ago on the internet. Like he's had the opportunity. Keesha had him out here 5 years ago. He could have been making all kinds of stuff happen 5, 6 years ago. Okay. When they were getting what 500,000 views and all of that stuff, girl, the time has passed. You guys are parents of three and damn near elementary school parents. Like it's almost a wrap. Like it's time to go ahead and get the bigger SUV and start getting ready to be in car pickup line. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it gets real. All of you guys who when you graduate from picking up at the daycare center to being online at the elementary school, and PTO meetings and all of that stuff, it starts to get parenthood gets real then. And then when you start getting actual report cards and they're holding your kids accountable for stuff, or that's when it gets real. At least come up with some lyrics that aren't degrading the mother of your children, right? A baby mama diss track, is that where we're at right now in 2023? Are we still even doing that? Who's doing baby mama diss tracks? That's so whack. That's awful. He's about as bad as Derek Jackson. That's like some damn Derek Jackson music, okay? That's crazy. When that rap check clears, you will eat your words. I don't know if he's going to get any check. I think that he's making his own music and he's probably uploading it to Spotify and Apple Music. Um, look, social media takes a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. I if you're doing it full time where you're an influencer and you have like 25 packages lined up and you need to go get dressed and sit under the hot light, look, there's worse jobs out here that you can be doing, but it is not. And then you got to submit your videos, you got to get them approved. Then you want to make sure that the videos get good numbers because that's money. It's not just the video, it's the money that they're paying you for the promotion. Um, it's there's worse things that people could be doing. Um, but I think that some people decide that they just, social media is not just making videos. It's selling product. It's having having a sellable audience. Well, people aren't just like sending you product because they think you're cute. You know what I mean? They're sending you product because you have a certain amount of audience and your audience seems to be receptive to the sound of your voice and they like your recommendations. And and they're like, you know what, I'd like to send to this person's audience because I think that that audience aligns with my product. And, even if they just give it a look, I'm getting hits, to my site and all of those kind of things. You know what I mean? I just think Keesha is also realizing the type of boyfriend she has. Um, and as much as she doesn't seem to want to do social media the way she's been doing it, I just think she, I wouldn't be surprised if a year from now she stops doing YouTube. She doesn't need to blame people who react on her channel for that. She just needs to be honest and say, I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Like Jackie Ina, Jackie Ina still shows up to YouTube, but Jackie Ina, those of you guys who watch, you'll know which video I'm talking about. This was a few months ago. She was like, if you guys have not learned how to do makeup yet, like, I can't help you. Like, I've done enough makeup tutorials. Now she still does her makeup on Lavishly Jackie and she still does her makeup on TikTok. But she's like, I'm not sitting here doing another tutorial unless there is something very special for me to bring to the market. She said, I have done my face. I've done eyes, lips, everything in so many ways. You guys should be just as good as me. She's bored with it, She's bored. I wish KK would go live on the topic of rap check clearing once and for all. Rap check. What's rap check? You think that he got a check for that? What? 47 listeners on Spotify? Let me log in. Hold on. Is he just under Splash the Don on Spotify? Hold on. Hold up. Do I have Spotify? Oh, maybe I'm thinking SoundCloud. I feel like I've got a. Do I have Spotify? Okay, maybe I was thinking of SoundCloud. I don't have Spotify. I have Apple Music. Is he on Apple Music? Let me look. Music. Let's see. I hadn't even thought to look, y'all. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Why is it's going up $10, y'all. Old price $99, now it's $109. Okay. Splash the Dawn. Splash the Dawn. Splash. I don't see anything splash. Splash. Is he in here, y'all? Splash. Maybe it's, hold on. Is it all one word? Splash. Nope. Nope. I don't see him. Okay. Any of you guys who have Spotify, let me know. 7 monthly listeners on Spotify. Wow. Oh my God. I should have done this before, but you guys. Okay. If anybody wants to call in, you're welcome to. I wonder who brought the house. Bet he didn't have to contribute. She might say he contributes in other ways. You know what I mean? Like, who knows, girl? Who knows? Okay. So, couple of things. I did want to talk about this over on my other channel. I know we've talked about Black China. You guys know Cocktails and Queens, right? With Claudia. Vivica Fox, um, damn, Lisa Ray, and the other lady from what was her group? Was it Black? Is it oh, Selena. Speaking of Kanye, yeah, Selena. What's her last name? Not Gordon. Selena, the one with the beautiful voice. She was on his College Dropout. Uh he's not on Spotify. She paid, he paid. He paid in Sausage, right? Johnson, thank you. Anyway, they did a segment. What got me, which I'm gonna show this, I'm gonna go on Real Talk Bougie, we'll talk about it. I need to spend some time over there today, guys. Um, if you guys want to come over there, we can react to it over there. And I've got um another thing to react to that just don't fit in over here, but I'd like to talk about over there. So if you're not following me over there, come over there. I might go live as soon as I'm done with this, just so I can go and finish up my day, because I was gonna wait till later on, but I don't know what later on is gonna bring. But anyway, it was just funny hearing Vivica Fox talk about Black China taking her fillers and stuff out, because I'm like, Vivica, aren't you going to say anything? I mean, sis, you are pumped up to the max over there. You got a lot going on. Um, I mean, they were all very supportive of what Black China, Angela's decisions are, and I think she looks better already. Um, but yeah, he's okay. He's on there, but there's no point though. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that guy and where's he selling his music? Is it on Apple Music? Let's do is it just on sale on KeeshaandJeremy.com? Let's see. Splash. Like, is it for sale? If he's got management, like, where's okay. Uh is it on Apple Music? There's Splash. Yeah, he's on Apple Music actually. It's Splash Da Dawn. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. Okay. Splash Da Dawn. Okay, artist. Uh I wonder if he's going to put this on um I wonder if he's going to put this on the new song. I would imagine it's going to be on there, right? You guys, okay, this is what we should do on Tuesday, all right? And I'll upload it over here. Do you guys follow uh Armand and Milagros? They go live on this other platform where you can like listen to music and you can like rate the music while you're live streaming with other people. Um I've already got my channel set up. We need to do that on Tuesday so we could actually like listen to it, react to it, and talk about it. You guys can call in and give your it's like such an easy platform to use. Do you guys know which one is it called? Stereo? It's called Channel something. Let me look it up. I couldn't pay me to listen to that rubbish, Johnson. 7 listeners. It's on sale in Keesha and her Dreamland. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to buy it. I have Apple Music, so I don't have to pay for it. I've got a subscription. So it's all streaming for me. I don't pay for shit. Like I just pay my one annual, like they just told me mine's going to renew in a couple days for 109. So I listen to as much and however I want. And you know what I'm saying? You guys know how the subscriptions work. Um, if you guys want to listen to it on Tuesday, we can, or whatever day it drops. If not, we don't have to. Um, I would really like to know, where we'll be able to get the lyrics from? I'll be able to get the lyrics from Apple Music because they'll have it transcribed in there. So that is, okay. Let me just write myself a note on my action item list, and then we will handle that. Uh okay. That's He's only got a few songs on here. I wonder if you can tell how many plays somebody gets. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Yes, we need a review. I would be happy to give a review. Let me find my thing. It's on. Maybe we can test it out tonight because I think it's actually kind of cool. I think it's called Station Head. Hold on a second. It's on my link tree. I'll drop you guys a link to it. And then okay, this is a link to my Station Head, and you can actually listen to music live, and then you guys can give it your rating. Just a second. Okay, guys, I had one or two videos to react to, but I don't know, like we've already gone a long time just kind of talking. So I think I'm gonna cut this one. If you guys want me to come back and do Liv's life reaction, if you guys want to if you guys want me to react to the Cocktails and Queens and another short that I wanted to react to, I can go over and do that on Real Talk Bougie. It's up to you guys. You guys let me know. But I think this one, like we've talked it out over here. Let me find my Station Head. Hold on a second. I'm gonna load. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm getting my link. Okay, and then let's do the poll real quick too. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, if you guys click on that, that'll take you to Station Head. If you've never been to Station Head before, just follow my channel. And that's where we will do the review because you can play music there. You can play copyrighted music and we can play the song and then you guys can listen to it. I can get the lyrics and we can have a conversation. We can have a true listening party and get the lyrics and see what this man is actually talking about. What's the problem, sir? Okay, it's just awful. Even the closed caption couldn't make it out. Can you believe it? I think though, I don't know when they submit music if they have to, submit like a lyric sheet. I don't know, but Apple Music always seems to have like all the lyrics. Okay. All right, guys. I don't want to drag this out. I feel like we had a great conversation. I really did enjoy Brittany's video yesterday. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, go watch it if you want to just go watch a fun story time. Like I said, after watching it though, it did bring me back to like, oh, just watching some of her videos and brought back some of those kind of memories and stuff. It was interesting. Um, Okay, so we're gonna go over to Real Talk Bougie. get a chance, like go and click on the station head that morning, when the video drops or the song drops and we go over there. Of course, I will give you guys the notice, but it's gonna be more fun the more people are there. And we can try and test it out tonight. So I will, let me pin this. So if you're here and you listened and you got this far, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead and get on over there, save it, and be ready. So when I drop the link, that when we go live over there to do the listening partner party, like you're already set up and ready to go. Okay. Um, so and they're very good about alerts and stuff like that. So guys, what's worse, and I guess in general it's not even just the YouTube streets, and I pretty much agree with what you guys are saying over here. um 325 of you have voted, and 6% of you say the shamers, 18% the haters, 27% the blamers. I would just say those are the people who aren't held accountable and take no accountability. And the deflectors, which are the gaslighters, um, they don't want to talk about it. They don't know what you're talking about. They didn't do it. They lie. You know, all the things. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. All right. It doesn't work. Okay, let me hold on. Let me make sure I did it right. All right. Okay, let me see. All right. All right, it's taking me to Station Head. Okay, well, it's easy. If you go to Station Head, obviously you're going to have to download the app, and my channel is called Bougie Gang. So, how easy is that? And the good thing about Station Head is too, it links with my like a couple of my playlists that I've set up through Apple Music. So if you want to know what I'm listening to, or you want to listen to like my Bougie Gang playlist, you can do that over there. You can also subscribe to my Bougie Gang playlist on Apple Music if you want to see like what I'm listening to. But yeah, that's my channel. It's just Bougie Gang, and you'll see my picture. Okay. I have 36 listeners over there. You guys want to go over to Real Talk? We will go over there, CC. We're gonna go. I'm just trying to get everyone to the right place on here. Let me. Why isn't it? Okay, I know what I can do. I'm gonna share it on Instagram as a post. All right, I'm sharing it now. So it's gonna be on Instagram and my Facebook story, and I think you can just click on that. Um, and then let me see what else I can do to share it. Can anyone get there yet? No one was able to find it? Okay. This is like, okay. That should work. Try this next link, but okay. Let me see. Has anyone gotten there yet? We'll work on it when we get over to, I think I have the app already. Let me go and check. Can you go check, Erica? Thank you. And then find me under Bougie Gang. I shared it once a long time ago, but I was like real low key about it. I didn't even say anything about it because I was like, what am I going to do? But it's fun. You can do like a lot with it. Um, I don't want to say too much because the copy, there's some copy and pasters in the bushes. And I don't like, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just tell you guys, don't tell your right hand what your left hand is doing. Like, that's something that I practice. I can't tell too much because next thing you know, girl, I didn't invent the app, but damn it, I'll be damned if I'm going to give out a playbook at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You guys just come over there. If you have problems getting over there, you let me know, and then how we do is how we do. But all are welcome to come. I'm just not gonna. We'll let things ride. UK, you got it on your phone, Bama girl. Okay, then look up Bougie Gang and you'll find me. And it's my same avatar picture that's right here. Okay. All right, give me like 10 minutes. The live is actually already set up and I have it set to drop you guys in there when this is over. So if you guys hang tight, it's going to drop you right into Real Talk Bougie. If you're not subscribed over there, you're not subscribed to that channel yet, just sit, ride it out, and it's going to drop you right into my other channel. And I'll be going live there in like less than 10 minutes. Okay. It says Bougie Gang, Pink Diamonds. Just type in Bougie Gang, you'll find me. I think that's my address. Let me see. Yeah, it says Bougie Gang. All caps. That's for my listening party though. Oh, and guys, any of you guys who really enjoyed the Temu haul, I just got a huge box in from Temu. So I'm going to be working on another haul. I'm going to try and film it. Now it's like sunny and beautiful out. So maybe when I finish up with you guys, I get myself together and film it this afternoon or tomorrow, but I think it'll be out sometime next week. And I want to do one like specific, like if you guys have a request, like you want a tech haul or specifically like a lounge, not lounge wear like that stuff Jasmine was wearing. I'm talking about like cute tracksuit type stuff. Farah did get an outfit in my last haul, and I do need to take a picture of her. I told her today I needed her to put everything on from the last Temu haul so I can get a cute picture so everyone can see how she put her little stuff together. But I got mostly kitchen stuff, and then I got just a few clothing items, and they were pretty much all for her. The leggings that I got were okay, but like I told you guys, they were a little bit big, but they're okay. But anyway, Temu haul coming next week. So any of you guys who are into the Temu unboxings, I've got one coming for you here on this channel. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to see you over at Real Talk Bougie. I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'll see you guys over there in like 10 minutes. And if you haven't gotten to Station Head yet, go ahead and get over there because that's where the listening party will be on next week when that ratchet baby mama diss track drops on this internet, so we can actually, we can listen to it in the appropriate environment and give our honest opinions. Okay. All right, guys, I will see you guys a little bit later. Okay.
Walk it like I talk it. 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 Walk it like I talk it.
It's Bougie Yang. I think you probably already found it, Pink Diamonds, right? I've been in the bushes and I will be over there. Okay, yeah, we're going to Real Talk Bougie first. And maybe when we hang up over there, we can just go over to Station Head just to do a cold run. Let me see if I can add a certain artist's music to my playlist, and then we can practice so that on Tuesday or whatever day that stuff drops, we are good and we're not like fiddling around because it's gonna be a work day. So I want to make sure I got y'all, and I got everything all set and ready to go. Okay. All right, give me 10 minutes. I'll be over to RTB. Yes, I clicked the link and then I downloaded the app. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'll see you over at Real Talk Bougie. If you just hold on, it's going to roll you right over there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And we're going to get into some other stuff over there.